Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Crastinators podcast. I'm the best guy ever, and I'm here with Jesse Wood.
I am the Punisher. I'm not me anymore. My new identity is the Punisher.
You're a punisher of ears and eyes. Hypocrite.
Wait,
Go on, Gib.
are you calling me ugly and also has a dumb voice?
That's exactly, yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Gib?
I'm hypocrite. I'm gonna put in twice as much effort today.
Nate, you're gonna be the first villain I fucking punish.
Good. And we're happy to have back with us perhaps the most qualified of us, given his channel Rebel Pixels, on this particular topic, Tommy Oliver.
Because Gibbon's putting in twice as much effort, I'm only going to put in half to balance it out.
That math checks out. Okay. So yeah, today's topic is effort. Putting in effort, working hard at shit.
Wait a minute, are you implying that I'm 4 times as worse as you?
That's
the math.
It's
to
wrong.
Balance it out.
All right. Hey, before we get into that, I want to say that the inspiration for this.
I'm offended. I'm so angry.
We watched this video of this guy. I don't know how old he is. I think he's a high schooler, and he has in the video. It's him with all these Game Boy SPs lined up in a row, Game Boy Advance SPs, and he's been grinding out trying to catch a shiny Ponyta. I think like in a live stream for around 6 months. I think it took him. And in the video, he finally gets it, and he flips his shit. He goes absolutely ballistic, and it seems like perhaps the greatest moment of his life. And he becomes the Punisher, yeah, as a response. But the thing about it is, the comments are absolutely flooded with people saying like, wow, what a fucking loser. What a piece of shit. This is how you spend your time. This is what you want to do. And so just as a result of seeing these comments, we felt inspired to comment on this phenomenon. So I'll just say right now that this man, doing what he did, this man set himself a goal, right? He arranged everything he needed to do. He got it going. He started the engine, and he grinded it out every single day doing this. And this isn't like doing something new all the time. He did the same thing over and over again to achieve this very specific goal of catching a shiny Ponyta. And he fucking did it. He accomplished his goal. And these commenters have, I mean, admittedly, obviously, they've never achieved anything hard in their entire lives. They've never worked for something. They've never reached a pinnacle of experience as a result of months and months of work on something. But if they had, they would know that it's not about the value, the objective value, whatever the fuck that means, of whatever goal you're trying to reach. It's about personal satisfaction. And this guy achieved the goal he was trying to reach, and he, as a result, was the happiest man in the world for, however long that lasted. And fuck everyone who doesn't disagree. You people are just jealous that you don't have a shiny Ponyta. Go fucking kill yourselves, you pieces of shit. And that's what I have to say about it.
He was.
Well, you know what? I have a shiny
model.
Mew, and I got it for free at a Nintendo event, so fuck that kid, because I'm better at the game than him, and I didn't have to put in any effort at all.
I bet you were just as excited when you got that as when he got his shiny Ponyta.
I was and still am. I still have my shiny Mew.
In fact, it was better that way, because you were just so happy you didn't have to put in all the time like this guy did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The true joys in this life are the things you didn't have to work for.
As Ben would say, the only way to win is not to play.
As Ben would say, the only way to
win
win
is
is
Patreon.com. Is it a good idea?
So what's that, Gibbs? Sorry.
The whole point of the putting in effort for something that's completely pointless for the rest of like compared to everyone else and everything else in your life. If it's pointless but you still like it, is it worth doing all that stuff? And I would say for that Pokemon thing, I mean, he didn't seem very old, so he probably didn't have a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, first
so
of all,
I would
the guy's
say
probably like 16 or 17 or something.
I would say that was a good idea, because he can say, "I got it. Look how cool."
I mean,
am.
honestly, how many other people his age are willing to dedicate that amount of time to something? And I know he was like streaming, so he's got like a community going on. Obviously, he's probably pretty into Pokemon in general, but like, it's just impressive no matter what they want to do. Like the guy who wanted to like eat a freight train and like did it. It took him like 20 years or something, and he's like digested every piece of it. I don't know if that's real, but something like that. It's like, wow, why would you do that? That's probably actually causing you physical harm. But he had a goal, and I mean, all right, this is really what it comes down to for me. Our lives are completely meaningless. Nothing has any point whatsoever. So everything we do is an arbitrary, you know, it's all arbitrary. Any goal you set for yourself. If you let's, like, the people are going to be like, lol, he just spends every night playing Pokemon. Why don't you go get laid, bro? Why don't you go smash some puss, dog, homie, my nigga? You know, they talk like this because I'm a racist.
You know, that's a very offensive impression of me.
Yeah, it's what are they getting out of that? You know, God, it makes me so. I want to strangle every person who fucking says this shit, because this guy just decided he was going to do something, and he followed through with it. And you know what? You know what? That ability to follow through on something is much more of a valuable skill than any arbitrary-ass thing you decide to set it to. If you can achieve something that's, like, takes months to do, you can do anything you want. This kid's a better person than any fucking commenter.
Exactly,
yep,
and that leads into why that leads right into why I don't respect commenters, and why I want to tell them personally for the 100th time how much they sicken me, and I want them all to commit suicide.
That would be ideal.
I fucking leaving a YouTube comment takes no effort, and that's why they're all cancer.
Yeah, really, that's like the secondary point here. How much it is great to do things that take effort, but how little, if not a negative impact, you have on the world by doing things that take no effort.
Any jabroni can sit down at a computer and, you know, watching your video through a glassy-eyed fog of retardation and fucking slam their ape-like fists onto the keyboard and hash out some ignorance and spew it in your direction. Any monkey could do that. In fact, I believe that most of them are monkeys, or at least monkey-like simian people. Yes. Some kind of mutant hybrid created in the island of Dr. Giro, or whatever the fuck the animal guy was called. Not Giro, a different guy. Giro was Dragon Ball Z. Dr. Seuss, yes. But if you watch a video on the internet and you disagree with it, or even if you do agree with it, if you want to say anything at all pertaining to anything, put in the effort, write something down, memorize something, fucking learn how to speak in public, or fucking turn on a camera and learn to dress nice, fucking comb your hair, stop being a fat slob, all of you people, you're dumb, and I don't like you, and I don't like you, and I don't like you.
Tom, what do you make of all this?
I mean, I think, like you said, it's that, you know, there is no purpose in life. People ask, like, what's the purpose of living, or like, why do we exist, or whatever. And like, the really liberating thing is that there is no point. Like, we're all just like some genetic accident, and we're just happen to be here. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna rot. So that means that the point of life is whatever you want it to be.
Well, except Jesse, obviously, but for the rest of us, yeah.
Right.
So it's kind of why I'm like very jealous of obsessively, like heavily autistic, obsessive people who have like a big thing that they really love, and they do it all the time, and it makes them super happy. You know, even though they won't be able to get a job or anything, they're having fun.
I'm legitimately jealous.
It's cool.
My mother was a special ed teacher, and so I met a fair amount of these people. But I'm pretty jealous of just, you know, fairly retarded people, because I mean, I'm not trying to shit on anybody. I'm just saying that, like, if what is important to you in life is, you know, getting your mac and cheese for dinner every day, and you get it, and you're over the fucking moon because you got it while you're watching, you know, whatever shows you like to watch on TV, and that's the limit of what your understanding of happiness is, and you're at 100 every night because you get it, that's literally the ideal way to live.
So we should all be retarded, is what
you're saying. We really should be retarded. The only reason I'm at all interested in excuse me, having any higher level of intelligence than
Thank God we're putting so much effort into this.
I know.
Yeah, that's my effort right there. The only reason I'm at all interested in putting any higher level of thought into any of this is in the vain hope that perhaps humanity will one day rise above our bestial place in the universe right now. Maybe we'll become, you know, gods made of pure energy, and our existence will have some impact. But frankly, like, the universe,
if I become a god made of pure energy, I'm
matter?
still gonna have a stamp collection. If I'm a god made of pure energy, because I'm
Well,
gonna get bored
that, like,
otherwise.
If that
Even if you rule the universe,
evolves, I mean, if that happens, it's going to happen like millions of years after we're dead. And
Right.
personally, I believe that if I'm going to die, then I want humanity to go extinct right after. I don't want humanity to achieve without me. I don't want them to continue because
You're
it
taking
would-
the Kuja from Final Fantasy IX route.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, Kuja
That's-
had the
no,
right
that's the
idea.
best route.
He didn't have the right fashion ideas, but you know, his whole his nihilism, his belief structure, his desire to end all life. You know, I can respect that.
Kuja did
Humanity
nothing
is
wrong.
not deserving of continuing without me.
Well, that's why Kuja's a great villain, because it's a totally understandable thing that he did. He thought he was going to live forever, but then when he found out he wasn't, he's like, oh shit, this changes everything. And as a result, he's like, well, if I'm going to die, so does everything else need to.
Yeah,
It's reasonable.
Final Fantasy IX is. Can this be a Final Fantasy podcast? Instead
Absolutely.
of whatever the crappy fucking topic was.
Kuja was willing to put in the work to blow up everything.
Exactly.
That's a guy you can respect, you know? He went straight from 0 to 100 like that. And that's the kind of guy I want to destroy my world.
He
But
can
you know,
destroy
I mean,
my box.
yeah, that's what I want. We all know this stuff. We have something of a basis to talk about this from, because we're all creators and we all do make shit that that we throw into the void to hopefully be valued, but easily could not be, despite putting tons of effort into it. Right now, as I've talked about many times, I'm
Well-
working on a video I've been working on for months and months and months, and just today, in fact, and yesterday, I found 2 videos that have come out. Okay, I wrote this video, but it's about Undertale, spoilers. The game that shall not be named. I wrote it back in October, right, like a month after the game came out, and it was ready. I just needed to edit it. Shit comes up, and I'm still been working on it the whole time, and in the meantime, I have seen not 1, but 2 videos that cover all the exact same points, intellectually rendering my effort completely useless. There's no intellectual benefit. I could just, make a video that points to these, and that would be just as valuable to the collective consciousness as the thing that I'm currently working on. Maybe my production values are better, but it doesn't matter. But the point is, I'm not going to stop because, well, I guess it's because I care about myself and making the thing I'm making more than I do about the intellectual content of it, I guess. So actually, maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. Maybe I should just stop and kill myself. Never mind.
No,
No,
you
like,
should make it. Look,
well, that's the whole
I'll
thing
make
is that
it,
like
alright?
you can't care. Like that's like the trap of YouTube and the internet and like this
Yeah,
whole connected
yeah.
culture in general is that like because everything can be like quantified and measured and like reach can be like easily keeping track of now and like popularity and things like that. It's so easy to like get downtrodden, get distracted by the fact that like you have X amount of reach when you want Y amount of reach.
Yeah.
And that's really annoying, especially I think it's gotten even worse kind of now that we have Patreon, because now like not only do you get like popularity measurement, you have like monetary measurements as well.
That's true.
So it's just like everything about like someone's creativity now can be quantified in like real world terms that like matter. And so all of a sudden the thing you were doing for passion now has a lot of real world implications, and you want to chase that obviously because like this is the thing you enjoy, this is what you want to do with your life. But now it becomes a job and it becomes a competition because it's like a free market, so you have to like make yourself marketable and you have to do all that shit. And so all of a sudden your kind of passion's being poisoned by like the rest of life.
Yeah, totally.
So it's like you have to kind of disconnect yourself from that, which is super difficult because like you want to keep consuming more content because there's so much at your fingertips that you can like be inspired by and things like that. But at the same time, it's almost like disheartening to see someone do something so much better or have so much more success, especially when they're worse than you and they have more success and you don't understand like what the secret sauce is there.
Both of these videos that cover what I have covered, each one has 115,000 views, the other has 250,000 views. I'm just curious to see how much mine will climb to when I finish.
Man,
it,
I gotta,
you know?
I gotta talk about that because that's a topic that's near and dear to my heart. It's
Yes.
What?
more successful channels than you that are also way crappier than you,
Yeah.
who then release a crappier version of a video that you were planning to make, or that
Oh, and
you
you've
have
seen
made.
tons of that, especially in the pony days.
Oh yeah, Anthony C has been ripping me off for his entire fucking career, and I'll go ahead and say that on record right now. Everything he's ever said in his videos is a crappier version of something I said in my videos.
There you go.
But also, lacking the self-awareness and the comedic timing and the intellectualism and the wit.
Right.
But I digress. What the fuck was I saying? I just fucking
I
hate
don't
Anthony
remember.
Season. I hate,
Well, if you,
I
if
hate
you forgot
every
You're
what
drone.
you're
talking
saying, I
about
wanna
shittier
talk about-
people making more popular things.
Yeah. Forget Anthony C. I was going to bring this around to a guy that I really hate, which is a YouTuber by the name of Nerdwriter, who I'm pretty
yeah.
sure we all hate. You know,
I just
sort of.
found out who Nerdwriter was like 2 days ago because you kept bitching about him on Twitter and I had to look him up.
I don't think I'd say I hate him, but there are some major grievances that I'm sure you'll go into.
yeah.
He's my favorite.
He's my favorite.
Donatello.
Donnie,
The
get
spirit
out
of
of
Donnie
here.
possessed Gibbon. That wasn't really him.
He's like
Yeah,
an evil spirit that consumes
so-
us all.
One of my favorite cartoons of all time is Hey Arnold, and I've been wanting to make a video about it forever. And where'd everyone go? Is this
We're here.
Did I break
We're
it?
here.
Oh,
No,
We're
we're
you
here
were all
listening.
so
Quiet.
silent.
It's
We're
unusual.
waiting
Okay,
with bated breath for your
I'll keep
words of
farting
wisdom.
and making noises.
Yeah. Anyways, my point is, what the fuck?
Go on.
Putting in the effort.
fucking. No, I wrote a Hey Arnold video like fucking months ago, like 5 months
Yes,
ago or some
yes.
shit. And I saw in Nerdwriter's comments some fucking J-Brone in his comments was like, "Hey Nerdwriter, since you're the smartest the best guy of all time on YouTube, you should make a video about Hey Arnold." And he just responded to it like, "Okay, I will." And the clouds parted,
Oh,
and
boy.
fucking millions of thumbs up, and people are losing their fucking minds. Yes, Nerdwriter is finally gonna show the world about Hey Arnold. That's my fucking job, and I will do it better. I'll do it better than you can. And he's
Yeah.
gonna fucking come out with some asinine, shitty, maudlin, manipulative fucking video about Hey Arnold.
And if you look into it from the right perspective, you'll
Yeah.
see that Hey Arnold is about us. Oh my God! He's
By the
fucking
way,
blowing
don't
my
forget
mind
to
right
support
now.
my Patreon and
Yeah, and that has to come right after it. Yep.
Oh my God, I hate him. But he's gonna ruin it. He's gonna ruin Hey Arnold for all time. He's gonna ruin it for me. He's gonna try to take it from me, just like everyone ever of all time has stolen every idea I've ever had, and I've gotten no credit for it.
Yep.
It's a
But like that's the
serious
whole
problem.
point, right? Like we're talking about like putting in the effort and stuff. Like
And now we're just shitting on Nerdwriter.
But, like-
he does objectively massive amounts of work on most of his videos. He really does put in the. What are we talking about right now?
Wait,
We're supposed to be talking about how
I was
great
gonna
people
talk
are.
about putting in the way I'm
I don't
like
a guy.
Go on, Gib. Go on.
he's putting in the effort on hating Nerdwriter. We'll put.
Yeah,
we'll give him
that's
that.
true.
I
Gotta
am.
give you that.
I
Gotta give
am
you that.
putting in the work for that.
I think Gib's got a real point though. Hopefully.
I was gonna say about the way my channel has been, like I've thought about the way I make videos, because my last video, a few days ago, the Puzzle Pirates thing, nobody is putting in effort for like making your channel big and grow and get all the stuff and doing the things. Nobody cares or knows about Puzzle Pirates, and I've got like a few videos planned that are like very specifically for me. Like nobody would really get them unless they were very like very similar upbringings and stuff. So I'm not really like putting in the effort to make it like a YouTuber, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
think so.
I just like, and it's helping me like
if you were a YouTuber, you'd be doing a review of The Division right now,
Or
something like
Undertale.
that, or Undertale. Yeah.
Like I would be doing something that would get me views, and it's not really making me motivate. Because for a long time I was thinking I got to do Ratchet and Clank 2 next because I want to talk about that and the first one and people asking for it, and I just couldn't think of anything at the time. So
Yeah.
it's better for me to just think of my channel as a hobby for the moment, and then I'll put in the effort into making it cool for me,
I mean,
and then
you know,
later it will grow.
It's not like
It's
you're
just
not.
I'm just saying, like, you can put in
Yeah.
effort to you can lack effort and it could still be good. Because if I
Right,
was
I mean, there's
trying
different
really hard
ways.
to make videos to get big, I would not be making anything because I'd be like, ugh.
Right, because there's definitely a sense of like paralysis when you're like, oh god, like you can see it on H3H3's vlogs lately. They're like, man, like H3H3 has just reached like 1 million subscribers not long ago, and like now they've got their other channel because they're like too scared to make anything to put on their main channel because they're afraid it won't be good enough.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's like that.
Yeah.
But
Do you
Well,
think
that's a
that?
serious problem, and that's why I put in the effort to have multiple channels, because the fact that I have a channel like My Japanese Animes or a channel like The Blue Glow or Manchild Inc., those channels all have strong gimmicks and strong themes and a strong kind of content, which frees up my main channel, Endless Jest, and allows me on that channel to just not give a fuck at all and post whatever inane, insane crap that I want.
That's true.
That's
I was just talking
do.
to a guy I know about how the interesting thing about your channel setup, your multiple channel setup, is that the fact that you've got multiple channels with different identities is part of the narrative, basically.
Yeah.
But it's just that narrative isn't really the one most suited to succeeding on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
And it's someone just messaged me. Oh, never mind.
Jess, so you should just make your own website that's that guy with the glasses, but just all your personas.
I was going to do that.
All your different. That's smart.
Yeah, I was I was going to when Johnny
That guy
Old
with
School,
the channels.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Johnny Old School decided that he wasn't going to be Johnny Old School anymore, he said, "I'll just give you my site and you can change it to your site." And
cool.
blue. But it was like, I would have had to buy a domain name. I would have had to put in effort to make the fucking thing, to make the website. So
well, you gotta put in the effort.
That's
can't.
right.
Come
That's
on.
right.
I don't want.
You
Well,
gotta
here's a
think
question
smart.
about effort.
You gotta play smart, not hard.
Here's a question about effort. Do you think that effort is affected by passion? Because I would say yes.
Absolutely,
Yeah, definitely.
dude. Absolutely.
Because any video that I'm making for the purpose of I gotta make this video, it's never gonna get fucking made.
Yeah.
But when I get distracted by some other totally stupid idea, those videos, 90% of my videos that I've actually made are videos that are like distractions that I did to get away from an actual video.
That is the entirety of my give and take channel.
Right, I was gonna say,
It's
bring it
just-
back to what you were just saying, is that it's not that you're putting in effort. You're not putting in effort. You are. It's just you're putting effort into things because you can go with passion or marketing. There's the two kind of extremes. Maybe whore yourself out and talk about what people want to hear, or you can put in effort to be very authentic.
And I don't know about you guys. I've said this many times before, but I greatly respect anyone who would even put in the work required to run a YouTube channel, even if you make shit. At least you're doing something, and that's, at the very least, that's better than your average commenter. Even if they're, terrible videos, at least this guy's got something to show for it.
And creative people, when they do that, when they get distracted with other, sillier or more personal projects in between their actual work, you'll trick yourself into thinking that you're doing a shitty job or not doing enough work, when really you're doing a shitload of work and you're making great shit. It's just not what you think you should be doing, so you don't count it for yourself in your head and you make yourself feel like crap. The last 3 videos that I posted were all asinine crap that just came to me like that, and I made in 10 minutes or whatever. The fucking Crows video, or the Final Fantasy video, or the
and they all ruled, incidentally.
Everybody fucking loves those videos. They all have massive thumbs up. Everybody's like, yes, you're making good content again. And it's well, I wanted to be making shitty content, but that's a lot of work. So I guess I'll have to settle for making good videos.
Yeah, it's tough to. When you're an artistic person, you get into a habit of second guessing yourself a lot.
A lot of it is that the stuff that I value is often vastly different from what my audience values.
Of course,
Yes.
of course.
And that's kind of the problem when you do
I value
popular
a
things.
2-hour video of me fucking around my room in corpse paint, talking about raping children and eating people. That's going to come out soon.
I'm looking forward to it.
I think we've mentioned him on the show before, but the new storyteller, that guy who dresses up as Gumby and reads stories?
He's the one I was thinking of, yeah.
He's the cooler. He makes videos, they're borderline unwatchable, but they're so charming because I think he's got a mental problem, and he lives with his mother, and he plays with Thomas the Tank Engine toys, and reads stories aloud, but really far from the camera, so you can't hear what he's saying, and they're hours long, and it's hundreds of videos, thousands of videos.
Something like 3 a day, and each one's an hour long. That's
and he's
the average.
He's putting in the effort, and it goes back to the whole autism thing. I'm so jealous of that guy because he's having the time of his life making all these videos that nobody's watching.
Yeah,
and
Well, that's
it's
the whole
nice.
thing, right? That's the trap, because when you care about your audience and you care about your popularity or your reception of your content, you damn yourself to always being not satisfied.
Which is why it's so dangerous to kind of go pro as an artist, because you're
Absolutely.
forcing yourself to be, what's the word, subservient or at the behest of you know, an audience, even if they're just, you know, your viewers, you feel pressures no matter what to optimize what you're trying to do, which is going to affect the kind of shit you want to produce. For example, I don't think it is at all smart for me to continue producing best anime evers, best game evers in the way that I have been. It's taken me months to get these out. There's no way I can keep doing it and achieve the kind of stuff I want to. So I'm going to have to radically change my formula, and I've already taken a bunch of steps to make that happen. So, you know, I think my vision is going to have to change if I want to be at all successful. And frankly, I think we can all agree, Digi's success is pissing me the fuck off.
Okay, yeah,
you
Yeah.
know what? Yeah,
Fuck
that's
him.
the topic that needs to be this.
Thank God he's not here. Yeah.
You know, yeah, thank God he sold out, quit the Procrastinators podcast to go
Yep.
be on Anthony Fantano's podcast.
He's
instead.
on the Hollywood Hogan podcast as we speak, making me fucking sick. Yeah, he was literally on Anthony Fantano's podcast. Man, he's
Yeah, we need to kill him. We need to.
we have to kill him.
It's
That's the
time.
only we've decided.
This
We
has
either
been
need to
brewing
kill
for a
him or we
while.
need to like abuse his power and get him to shill all of us constantly.
But you see,
No,
we're,
but
we're much
I
more
was
comfortable
talking
killing
with
him
this
because
about
we
Nate.
don't want pity. We
Yeah, I was
rather
talking to Nate about
forcibly
this.
take them. Yeah. yeah.
It sickens me to think that the only time that I gain subscribers is when Digi promotes me in a video. And I'm not
Yeah,
saying
it's
that I
happened to
want him
both
to
of us recently.
I'm not saying I want him to stop promoting me, but I'm saying that I'm sickened with myself for not wanting him to stop. That was like a triple negative.
Yeah, we know what you're saying. We have to.
It's
We have
quite-
to
It's
kill
just sad.
the
It's sad to think that we're
You
all
gotta
dependent
lose your
on the one of
pride.
us.
But
I
that's
don't-
you
I
know,
wanna-
I want to shill forever. I just want to.
Well, you know,
be the
the thing about-
loser, but
yeah,
I'll
the
be
thing
the
about Digi is-
successfulest loser.
Right. Digi totally has found his sweet spot, and he seems pretty happy with the content he's making, and he's working really hard at it, and it's great. So for him, it's absolutely perfect. Excuse me, but you know, it's just frustrating for guys like us who are just more inclined to taking longer to make things. And I mean, I don't want to oversell myself. Like, I fuck around, you know, quite a bit as well. I could do things faster, of course, but like, you know, my dream video isn't the same as Digi's dream video.
Right.
Like his
Yeah.
his asterisk war thing was absolutely beautiful for YouTube. I mean, even then
Yeah,
were probably
Digi's
took a
lucky
little
in the
longer to
sense
make.
that
Yeah.
the kind of content he wants to make is also just happens to
Exactly.
be the kind of content that
Yeah,
YouTube
that's
And
why
we
he's
shouldn't,
so
we
successful
shouldn't
right now.
diminish his intellectual ability to, you
Yeah,
know,
not
make the
taking
right
anything away
content.
from him.
He's
But that'll-
done it all intentionally. Look at his Leaving Pony. Like, he reset his whole shit after vast success because, you know, he wanted to succeed. And he's done it. He's capitalized on it. But, you know,
it's just something that I'll
yeah.
never have in my work. I will never value what my audience values in the slightest bit. Because they make me,
you just
I don't
gotta
like 'em.
once you're above it, like the Red Letter Media folks, they're just above that shit. Doesn't matter anymore. They'll just keep making half in the bags. I mean, I'm not gonna say that those are super easy to make, but they make them for themselves. Seems pretty clear. They do not take shit seriously. It's great. It'd be great to have a situation like that.
Yeah,
And maybe
Well,
one day we
It's
will.
interesting that you say that you're at a point where you have to change up your style with Best
Yeah.
Guy Ever
Mhm.
and try to make it so that you can get them out faster. Whereas I've decided on like exactly the opposite solution.
I
Whereas
see.
I have stopped giving a fuck entirely. I've been releasing like as the most random. Like I posted a tweet where like I posted like the screenshot of like my video history of the last couple
Yep.
months,
Yep.
and it's like all this random shit that has nothing to do with each other. Like you know, I used to think like, oh man, you know, if I try to give my channel a strong theme and make everything fit and look nice together on the video page, I'll get more. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Well, that's the sound of sucking dick.
Yeah, it's the sound of sucking dick. Exactly. The sound of fucking jacking your ding dong. And I've just had
Do you
it
have
with
a
that
wooden
shit.
dong?
Yeah.
Yes.
I am.
He got lost in a tragic accident, and Jesse, as we all know, is a pirate, so we had to replace it with
Yeah.
a wooden dick.
Well, you know, my father Geppetto, he taught me a lot of things, and the main thing he taught me was how to jack me wooden.
I can't believe
Tree
I've never
sap
seen
comes out.
Pinocchio porn of that up to this point. You'd think you'd see a lot of that.
Tree
you know?
sap comes out of me wooden dick, and a mosquito gets caught in it, and that's how I gave birth to the
And,
fucking
and
dinosaurs.
that is how Jurassic Park happened. A mosquito
Oh,
got trapped in Pinocchio's sap jizz. And 2,000 billion years later, Jurassic Park takes place.
Little wooden boy, all made of wood.
We've put in the extra effort on this joke.
Yeah, that's that's right.
God,
Making that
imagine
lore.
sanding down that
Sanding it
schlong.
down.
to make it all
You know,
smooth.
I had to just listen to my conscience, Mr. Jiminy Dickett. He came down.
Mr. Jiminy Jacket.
Jacket, 2 dicks.
Yeah.
By the way, I have a bone to pick with you, Gibbo.
Oh shit!
What happened?
Drama alert. What's
Last
up?
week, when we did our amazing Procrastinators Dark Soul race, and I revived the once and future legendary hero of Lordran, what's her name? Anita
Solkesian, yeah.
I said, Gib, you gotta post the original Anita Solkesian video so that people have context for her adventures.
Oh, you wanted to post it on Procrastinators?
Yeah, or, link it in the
Yeah,
description.
yeah.
And Gib,
Oh.
he didn't put in the effort to link the original
Well, by
Anita
that time I had
Solkesian
logged
video.
off of the thing.
Well,
Which means that the viewers had no context. They didn't understand it. Some of the commenters got mad at me. They said, "I don't like Anita Solkesian. I have no sense of humor. I think you're gay. I think you're fucking.
Yeah.
I'm a misogynist and I hate women." We have a lot of misogynists in our audience. Can we just address
it's
that?
sad but true. It's sad but true.
We need to get rid of this toxicity.
I've been
that's
thinking of
overflowing
removing
our fan
comments
base.
altogether from Procrastinators. It's just I'm not ready to subject innocent viewers to that level of hatred, of hate speech.
It's just, I find the comment section to be really problematic. And
That's right.
it's
That's
just-
right. That's absolutely right.
Gotta get
The
rid of
like
it.
bar itself can't be trusted to have a strong progressive message that we need. That is really, the point of the show. The point of the show is to instill our social values in the people who listen. So, fuck you. That's
Fuck.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
What can we say that's related to the topic?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't prepare
Did you
anything.
save me? I don't know what to say.
Come back. Come back and leave the conversation.
No, we don't need him.
We didn't put effort into this.
Well, no. Well, okay. Here's a question then. Would you
Yes.
rather because we're talking about how Digi's super successful doing what he does, and how
Yeah.
we're not there.
And how we hate him, yeah.
And I'm
And-
sure
and
he'd
how
say
we
that
want-
he's looking for more success and has
The
no
only
reason
reason
to,
I'm not
but
as more
still.
successful than Digi is because I've been working at university, so I haven't had time to make the amazing video, the best videos of all time.
Which is a decent excuse, actually. And
Like,
you've made your
hoping-
animations, which are great, which, I'll give
I'm
and
gonna
take.
become way bigger than Digi.
Looking forward to it.
penis.
Not to mention, you also are in talks. You're working with an actual animation
That's
studio
true.
now.
We forgot
doing
to
shit.
mention that Gibbon's the most successful, really, in the real
He literally
world.
is the most successful. He's the most legit, the most normie in the good way est guy of us all. And he's gonna make us all wish we were dead soon enough, the way Digi does now.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
This
Yep.
guy, he's gonna be the next Rebecca Sugar. He's the next Alex Hirsch, Lauren Faust.
Yeah.
Whoever the
Yeah.
fat hipster
Man, you
is who
think,
made
you think
Adventure
it's hard?
Time.
You
He's
think
gonna
it's hard
be
to
all
make
those
YouTube
guys.
videos? Imagine how hard it is to work in the studio where the man's trying to fuck you the whole time. Imagine producing something like Steven Universe in that environment, or any kind of real show that involves so many people working together. That's a whole animal that Gibbs gonna get into, and I'm excited to hear more about it. Once you're, Did you
Yeah.
meet with her recently? You got a meeting coming
I'm
up
meeting with her tomorrow, actually. to talk more
tomorrow.
about-
Oh man.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Well, this is
To
the last
talk
time
about
we'll see him on
potential
this
things.
podcast. He's
Yeah,
moving
he's
on up.
moving up in the
Just like
world.
this-
Hippo is gonna
It'll
forget
just
about
be-
us.
Yeah.
With his
It'll
real
just
life.
be me and Nate sitting here like two gay idiots.
Sucking on my beer bottle.
I
Jack
would
is
undersell
my
it, but
dong.
it's too cool to be praised for being the cool guy. So I'm Hollywood bound.
Wow.
I'm the
Wow.
cool.
Move
I'm
in with JonTron in Hollywood. No, Ego Raptor, yeah.
Elmo Raptor.
So, Tom, you were saying something, we cut you off. What were you saying?
Well, my question was going to be
Mm-hmm.
because we're all doing different things, and Digi's being very successful doing what he's doing, but I
Yes.
don't think any of us would do what he does.
I'm kind of sorting, I'm kind of planning to mimic him in his style. I mean, it was successful, but whatever, no, go on.
The
go on.
question,
I'm
I guess, is
interrupting.
would you rather be successful doing something
Yeah.
you're just meh about, or would you rather be kind of unknown doing something you have tons
That's-
of personal.
The latter
Man,
is
that is
always
the question.
the choice.
That is the question at the heart of being an artist.
You
know,
don't
I
need
think
to
I
make
would be
that much
happy
money
just
to be
seeing
alive.
all of my enemies die, seeing them all driven before me,
Yeah.
hearing the lamentation of the women. That's my true
Hence,
goal. in all
hence
of this.
becoming the Punisher. I mean, what are you gonna do if not just become I mean, it's not fair to describe him even as an anti-hero because he's just a hero.
Yeah,
a
I
man who
hate-
kills
yeah.
everyone who disagrees with his opinion.
He's the
That's
hero
what you
we
do.
deserve.
This word anti-hero, this anti-hero meme needs
Yeah.
to go away. Just because, here's the thing, people. Good people aren't always nice people, and nice people aren't always good people. Sometimes you need a guy who's willing to cross those lines that the other cowards won't cross. You need a guy who's willing to do what needs to be done to clean up these fucking streets and wash away the filth once and for all that's choking the life out of this city!
Even by his own volition, Batman is not willing to take on the burden of being willing to murder people to achieve his goal. But the Punisher, on the other hand, that guy will do whatever it fucking
Punisher,
takes to
Casey
get his
Jones,
shit straight.
Fucking Dirty Harry, any guy
Yep.
who kills people is my hero. He's my.
That's why
Anyway,
I've never really
all you have
liked
to do is
Batman.
kill
He's
people.
such a high horse faggot.
He is a very high horse guy. I mean, he'll try to spook you. He'll spook you real good.
I
But,
mean,
you know,
not to get too far off base, but I always thought it was interesting that they do that with Batman. But lately, I think they present that as like a weakness, like a character flaw, almost.
what? That's the core of the
And
character
you know
that
what?
was his.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
what?
I've been thinking about this, Tom. That's a good point. I hate that. I hate this trend of like cynicism and how superheroes are perceived or written, where it's like
Like how they really should be killing people all the
yeah,
time.
like
you
this
mean?
trend
Yeah,
of
yeah.
oh, Batman creates his villains. Batman, he made them all worse.
Yeah,
so
what
why
is
doesn't he
that?
kill
Oh,
the Joker?
yeah.
You know what? Fuck you. Batman doesn't kill the Joker because he's fucking Batman. He's a good guy. The whole point of
Yeah.
Batman is what makes him great is that he has suffered fucking trauma. He's emotionally traumatized.
Yep.
He's mentally ill, and because of that,
Little
he
bit,
takes
yeah.
pity on his mentally ill enemies. You know, Batman. My Batman is the guy. You ever see that episode of the animated series with Baby Doll?
Yes.
She's this,
Absolutely.
I've
yeah,
seen that.
yeah, of course.
She's this midget. She's a dangerous.
It's the saddest story ever
yeah,
told.
she's a dangerous fucking criminal. She kills people, she shoots people, but at the end of the episode, she breaks down because all this shit just happened because she's had a fucked up life. And what does Batman do? He doesn't punch her in the fucking nose. He holds her and he takes pity on her and he takes her to the fucking police station peacefully. That's why Batman's a great hero. And I'm sick and tired of this fucking this cynical trend of, well, if Batman would just kill all of his bad guys, he's Batman because he doesn't.
Man, while we're talking about, I gotta bring up the greatest Batman story of all time, which is in the Justice League. I don't know, like Unlimited, where it's Terry in the future, where it shows where his worst enemy, that fat black lady, whatever her name was, who was like his
Amanda
mortal
Waller.
enemy. Holy shit, yeah. Where there's this crazy
Yes.
psycho girl who's mutating the whole fucking world, and like all of New York City is gonna be fucking leveled if they don't stop her. And so he's like, okay, we need someone to go kill her. That's the only way to stop her. So she gives Batman this. He's like, I'll fucking do it. I'm gonna fucking end this. I'll do whatever it takes, man. They're like, damn, Batman, you crazy nigga, get in there. So he goes in, and this lady who can read minds, this kid named Ace, leader of the Royal Flush Gang, she goes in there, and he's just like, he just walks up to her, and she's like, hey, Batman. He's like, yo, what's up, girl? And she's like, so you came here to stop me? And he's like, yep. And she's like, you gonna kill me? And he's like, nope. Just gonna be your friend, bro. And he just holds her hand. He just holds her hand while she dies. Because she's like, oh man, my childhood was all fucked up by these asshole scientists, nigga. It was fucking gay as hell, dog. You know what that's like. You know what that's like, don't you, Bruce? And he's like, fuck yeah, I do, little sis.
Exactly. And you know
Fuck
what
yeah.
the cynicism comes from is a critical misunderstanding of who Batman is as a character.
Even his
Batman,
worst enemy says that's the real Batman.
Yeah,
That's the guy, dude.
Batman is not. Batman doesn't be Batman for vengeance. He doesn't do it to hurt criminals. He does it to prevent crime, to prevent other children from going through what he did. He's doing it to save victims, not to kill people. You know, here's the thing. I fucking love the Punisher. I love Casey Jones. I love vigilantes who fucking kill people. And I'm sure most people tend to agree with these characters that criminals should be fucking put down and killed.
Yeah.
I certainly agree with it. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to apply that logic to Batman, because the basis of his character is an entirely different fucking philosophy that is equally valid. You can't
It
just
also
it's
seems
just a war
like
of
most of his
ideologies, you know?
villains are indeed insane.
Well, yeah. I mean, you kind
Like
of have to be
he
insane
doesn't
to
come
be a
up
villain.
against like just asshole brutes who want to kill people. They're usually fucked up themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, his original enemy was like the mob, right? And the mob is like an
Yeah.
evil organization
Batman's
that sort of
enemies
justifies
are
its own
legitimately
existence to itself.
mentally ill. They,
Yeah.
they need help. They don't need to be murdered.
That's right. That's right.
Well,
Woo! What was that
thanks for
related
watching
to
the
effort
Batman
again?
podcast, everybody.
We put a lot of effort into
Signing
that
off now.
tangent.
We did.
Well, you know what? I care a lot more about Batman than I do about putting an effort into anything.
Yeah, me too. Me too. What got us onto that?
I don't
Who
know.
cares?
Yeah, who cares? Not interested. Okay. Gib, what else you got for me? Lay it
have I
on the
got?
table.
Okay, hang on.
10,
I laid
9.
it on the table.
8,
I put it. There
7.
it is.
6, 5, 4,
Uh,
3,
Digi's
2.
here.
1. Digi, go!
Anime is a Japanese colloquialism.
Colloquialism,
That means
commonly
it
known
does-
as the act of putting your
Cartoons?
friend's dick in your mouth in a totally non-gay way just because he needs a little release. I mean, his girlfriend just dumped him, and you got to give him some release. He's just your friend. You're just being a good friend. You're just trying to help him out in his time of need. That's all it is. That's all what anime is. That is what anime is.
I dick on guys and gals. I jack mustard on my penis.
Ketchup on my hot dog.
Digi entered the call, but he hasn't said anything. So
Digi,
this is
we-
kind
I
of-
can't tell if you're still recording the podcast.
Of
or
course
not.
we're
We
recording. This is
are.
all gold.
Man,
What do you mean? This is going in the podcast.
This is the podcast.
I can't believe you've been going for an hour and 20 minutes.
No, we've been going for 41 minutes in the
Oh.
main thing.
And
you're
we've
just
been
late.
going great. We don't even need you. We've been putting on the best podcast since.
Yo, I wanna pull
All
a
of 'em.
Jack Nicholson right now. I wanna pull a The Shining. Okay, everything we were saying earlier, Digibro, check it out. Go back and check it out. Go check it out. Go check it out. I forget what his wife's name is, but insert that name. Go check it out. Yeah, go. listen to
Okay.
it. You'll
Olive
enjoy
oil
it.
was the name of his wife in that
All
movie.
yes, that's right. That's right. And she should have known better than to trap him in that food locker with all that spinach. That was her one mistake.
Yeah, that's why Popeye showed up at the end and beat the shit out of Jack Nicholson.
As you can tell, Digi, we really put in the effort.
Yes.
Papa the Sailor Man.
Digi, what do you have to say about this topic?
Putting in effort?
Yeah.
God. I'd rather not.
Yeah. That's fair.
All right, and that's it, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Fuck you.
Yeah. 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 I'm supposed to be working right now. I'm supposed to be working right now. But I'm not working. I'm doing nothing. My dick I'm jerking. Myself I'm sucking. I am an asshole. I am a stupid. I've got a deadline. Don't wanna do it. Oh, and everybody say goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
I guess that's the end. I don't know. Man, what a clusterfuck.
What the hell is wrong with me? I